Yeah, let's give it like 2 or 3 more minutes. Let people come in, I guess, or a minute or
Yeah,
two.
let's start at like you know, in 2 minutes.
All right, let's just kick it off. You can take lo-fi down.
Cool.
Sweet.
All right. Yeah, I'll kick it off. So I have to hop onto a plane in like 13 minutes. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a different format. Gonna give everybody a quick like update on where we are, because it's a little bit of a combination of growth and now marketing, because myself has been made interim marketing work stream leader. Pete Coin is no longer with the DAO and has made me interim leader. So I'll give a quick overview. It should take just a couple minutes on what we're planning to do in the coming days or even like the coming weeks, and then we can open it up just for a little bit of Q&A. And then I'll hop off and allow Hunt to kind of run the rest of the call with more updates from LATAM education, just more of the traditional growth office hours that we usually do. Cool. So to kick it off, as I just mentioned, Pete is no longer with the DAO and has made myself interim workstream leader for the marketing team. After working closely with Hunt and some of the other leaders at the DAO and a lot of discussions, we have decided to merge the work streams together again. The growth work stream has a proposal that needs to go up in the coming days or coming weeks. Our end of term was it was a 4 month period and it ends on May 1st. So our new proposal is going to be proposing a 6 month term. And in that proposal, we'll also be including shutting down the marketing workstream 2 months early. Now, with that happening, we will be bringing a handful, if not most people from the existing marketing workstream over into this new workstream. Hunt and myself are kind of working with those people now, going over salary negotiations, finding a fit for them at this new workstream. Because while they are, we're combining both marketing and growth, we do have some differences that we want to kind of shake out and some different directions that we want to take it in. So in the coming days, we'll hopefully have something posted up into a forum to get some feedback from everybody on what this new work stream will look like. It will still be a co-leader work stream with Hunt and myself at the helm. We'll also have higher up, kind of leadership positions in there with Lindsay running head of communications. So she will be in there as well, like kind of like the top of the hat thing. It will end up being the largest work stream currently at the DAO, if passed. So that's pretty exciting, and we're just super happy to share more details as they, come up and as we post them into the forum of what this is going to look like. Hopefully, in this next term, we'll get the email marketing list rather quickly. It was due to have it sent over to us in April, so we'll be going back to using some traditional marketing tactics with email, combining them with all the growth efforts that we've been working on with partnerships, branding. LATAM's been killing it, education team as well. So we're going to be combining all of those forces, a little bit more of the traditional marketing that we were hoping to have in the past couple months. Um, yeah, so I'm going to actually open it up real quick just to see if there was any questions, just so I can answer, 2 or 3 minutes of questions if anybody had any, before I have to like kick it over to Hunt and, go board an airplane. Let's see.
Yeah, and people can like raise their hand or ask questions on stage if they want to, or in the stage chat. I'll just like cover a little bit. I'll circle back on what Toasty was just talking about while we wait for people to ask questions if there are any.
Sure.
We've had numerous discussions with everybody, I believe, on the marketing work stream. I haven't personally talked to a couple people. I will be having like a large group discussion with the entire marketing work stream tomorrow, to verify that everybody's cool, with this like resolution that we've been thinking about and drafting up, for the last week or so. I believe that everybody is on board and seem, pretty happy and excited about moving forward and, being like a super productive, marketing team and launching products right, and just doing everything we should be doing, as like a OG, crypto company that, went DAO, and we have this like huge brand, and this like huge weight in the industry that just isn't being used right now. And it's getting there now. Things seem to be on track, I believe, like in the last week or two. I've seen some things that have been like semi silver lining, to the work stream leader leaving. I believe that we're going to be, in better shape than ever, with a lot of the efforts that we've been focusing on. There have been some gaps, in strategy and execution of marketing plans, but it's just going to get better from here. And I'm pretty excited to work with the, entire marketing work stream and have them over on growth and, just be doing the best they can do for the DAO and providing value, and getting our brand out there even more, than it already is. Yeah, if there's
Yeah.
any questions, feel free to raise your hand, for sure.
So we
If
got a
anybody, if
question that just popped up in the DAO stage. We can give a quick answer. So yeah, PTT asked, will it be co-led again? Yes, it will be co-led again by Hunt and myself, especially with it expanding to as many people that are going to be on there. We have worked well with this system as the stream, as the growth marketing stream so far, and think this will work. It's a good system going forward. We'll also, the only other change too is we will have a little bit of different hierarchical positions in the work stream as well. Like as I mentioned, Lindsay will be head of communications and have people reporting directly to her in there as well. Um, so yeah, co-led, and it is a benefit we see too. Is this is a perfect example of kind of why Hunt and I built out this work stream to be co-led, as we saw with the marketing work stream. With somebody leaving that is in charge, with Pete leaving, uh, he had to step outside, and luckily I was able to come in, and Hunton was able to help too as interim workstream leader. But when there's two workstream leaders, we see the co-led, it helps quite a bit. Say, something were to happen to me, Hunt could take over, and vice versa, instead of having to look for outside help to run the workstream. So yeah, gonna be continuing that path going forward. And yes,
yeah,
coordinate will definitely be included. We've had some great success with that.
yeah, coordinate sweet. Yeah, and I want to like answer that too, with like the leadership thing. They're gonna be like numerous, like in my like vision as I see like marketing moving forward and being effective, and what they need to be doing, to help grow the DAO, and get us the viewership that we need, for a lot of our campaigns that we haven't been getting views, that we necessarily need. So I think that like moving forward, having like multiple marketing managers like within like Ethan, and H Payne, trying to manage some of the workflow, within marketing, and then having you, of course, Ron, like continue to do what you're doing. You're great, you're reliable, consistent, and we're definitely stoked to have you like move over to growth as well. But beyond that, like I still have to have like a conversation, with everybody tomorrow to verify that I'm not just like speaking, for people right now. It's still like in a drafting phase, and I want to emphasize that like we still have to present this to the DAO. We have to see what people think. I hope we get a lot of feedback and we can make it look right, for everybody. My major focus really for the last like week or two has just been making sure that everybody's comfortable, and nobody feels like nervous, like hey, like my leader left, like what happens to me. So that's been like the major focus, for me, leading up to now. But moving forward, there's going to be like a larger marketing strategy right now, product launch like guide. Lindsay and I have been talking about that a little bit. Toasty and I are going to be working on a bunch of partnerships that we've had in the works moving forward, and it's just going to be, all good news, especially with like email list coming, Instagram, Facebook access, and like all these different resources that we've been waiting for, to try to help us like as tools, in marketing correctly. So I think we'll be in good shape moving forward,
Yeah.
especially like 2 months from now.
Yeah, thanks for saying that. I completely agree. And then I saw one more question just to answer that. How do you see the coordination or cooperation between growth and marketing is going to look like within the work stream? So we're kind of blending them up into one work stream. So some people that were currently on the marketing as work stream are going to be doing growth objectives where they might have a better fit for their skill set actually. Um, but you know, Hunt and I still kind of deciding how we're going to divide and conquer a little bit. Same with the growth work stream. Like he spent a lot of time focusing on development with the LATAM community and the education aspect, bringing me in for a little bit more of the social stuff and in the branding perspective. So as we shape each of our JDs a little bit, I might focus a little bit more on some of the traditional marketing and helping some of those people out. Obviously, running some of the email marketing campaigns is the skills that I have, and helping the team do that. So just the same as it was at like a traditional centralized company, we're going to have, different people focusing on different things. But I think, everybody's going to work really closely together and, be able to handle both growth and marketing on the same stream. It's originally kind of how it was structured when the DAO first kicked off. But now we'll be able to, I think, streamline and work even quicker because, as Hunt mentioned, we should be getting all of these tools that the foundation should be sending us, like some of the other social media accounts. The big one's going to be the email like list. Once we get access to the email marketing list, that was such a huge tool we had at Centralized, with 800,000 plus subscribers on there. So being able to utilize that tool again and use a little bit traditional marketing tactics for the DAO could prove to be beneficial as well as, some of the partnerships we've been working on for growth. And then last but not least, right before I have to go hop on, go board this plane real quick. I just want to give a quick shout out to, Lindsay for, as you guys all saw, we just like announced this like NFT that's going to be auctioned off and benefiting a lot of that. It was actually picked up by Cointelegraph and we're already seeing a benefit of having, Lindsay Liu on the work stream. You're seeing press releases get picked up by news outlets. We're seeing all of the stuff that the efforts that she's been working on. And I just really wanted to point that out because if anybody here is familiar with most like NFT projects, especially one that's just maybe even a one-off auction, they don't get picked up really anymore by traditional, when I say, traditional crypto outlets. So just the fact that, she worked closely, had a Cointelegraph announcement get picked up right after the announcement, it's huge. So more of that will be seen. And just want to give that quick shout out there because it's definitely deserved. But Hunt will be able to answer any other questions. I'll still probably be here listening here and there. And looking forward to having the discussion about our work streams being combined and what this means for the DAO and what this means for like our work stream. And once it goes to forum, which it should in the next couple of days, just feel free to go in there, ask any questions, find ways you can help out. We want to be challenged a little bit on this because we want to make the best work stream we can for the DAO.
Thanks, Toasty. Yeah, if people have more questions, feel free to raise your hand or I'll check the stage chat. I'm gonna go through like a few items that we need to cover for this update, and then we'll probably end up giving people time back at the end. So we're gonna be receiving like this email list and access to like numerous accounts, hopefully, with the foundation forming, I guess, in the last few days in the coming weeks. So hopefully we'll have like more and more opportunity and more mediums of distribution and like points for people in marketing that previously weren't able to work on too much to have more and more capability moving forward. So beyond that, I'm just gonna give like an education project update, a globalization update, and a LATAM update. I'm gonna have the Smith come up and give the LATAM to finish off the call. So for education. We had a addition to the Edu team, two wells from one hive. He has a really great like production team for videos. He's been doing like bounty work for the DAO for quite a while. I ended up adding him to the education team, and the progress that they've been making and planning and like writing out plans for onboarding, and internal training in terms of like multicultural communication, leadership training, security training, a lot of topics that like C4 has covered historically, but more branded with like ShapeShift brand assets, I guess. So we're going to be creating like a series of videos with education moving forward. I'm trying to give them a little more space without having like public meetings. They've been a lot more productive as a team. So I've been trying to give them a little time to like decompress from like losing a teammate and then getting a new teammate, and I'm sort of trying to do the same with marketing. I'm trying not to put like too much pressure on that team right now, especially as we like formulate a new plan and we have like a new system and like course of action and we do some trainings and stuff like that. So beyond the education team, we do have LPX working on a few cool things that I'd rather not cover without him here. But I sort of am coordinating like one of those things, so I'll speak on one of the topics. We're trying to do like an Asian expansion, sort of like we did with like the Smith and Latam and his crew. There is somebody on marketing that does have like experience and like specialization and connections in Asian DAO communities. Secret, I don't know if she's here, but I'm hoping that I can get Secret to start working with LPX and really make some progress in an area that we've been targeting. With globalization, LPX just really hasn't necessarily had the resources or like the right candidate to develop for Asian marketing and expansion. But beyond that, he has like a few more ideas for the DAO, a few projects that he wants to manage and stuff like that. But I'm just gonna leave Firebomb and JP on their translations that they've been doing for, I guess like 8 months now, or I guess 7 months. It's been a while. LPX has had that work stream active since almost month one, it seems. So I want to keep those people in their translation jobs, specifically for the languages that we already have in place, strong with French and Spanish. Hopefully expanding into either Korean, Chinese, or both. And moving forward from there, I kind of want to take it slow on language expansion. I don't necessarily think it's like easy logistics wise to have like a whole bunch of languages using Discord and like miscommunicating like all over the place and like posting various languages in the wrong general chats and stuff like that. So I think like the slower we take it and the more calculated we are with that expansion, the better off we'll be, and it'll be a little bit easier to control. So yeah, I'll just let you take it away, the Smith, do a LATAM update, and I'll answer any questions at the end.
Yeah. Hi, GM, everybody. Uh, yes, I believe this merge is something very productive and yes necessary. So our team has increased it, and now the leadership is working to modulate comfortable for flow for everyone. And yes, they are very dedicated on this topic. Yes, regarding Latin, we have a solid operation, but we are always sailing. That's something that we that kept keep us on the trail. So that's why I invite everyone to interact and engage with us on Latin channel. So feel free to jump in our public channel and engage with us. We have several focused topics under Latin channel. I tagged several people on these channels. I mean, co-workers, yeah. So we have the Raiders Guild, the Social Ops channel, the newsletter workflow, the Twitter channel, the Art Squad channel, and the community meetings channel. All channels are focused in these topics. All right. And beside all this introduction, I want to share with you guys some plans that Latin has have in mind. Like for, from the beginning of the next month, we intend to run audiovisual bounties. We started this conversation with some crypto influencers like Mantega and João, which is a good influencer that we met in Ethereum Hill. We intend to foster the crypto event circuit in Brazil, starting by BitConf after Ethereum. Yeah. And we intend to expand these activities to Mexico. So also we are Yeah, basically, I'm reading the, what I wrote in our in my monthly report on forum. So
Yeah, I want to like emphasize and highlight how awesome you guys have been doing. It's been
yeah,
amazing watching LATAM grow, and all credit to you really for like starting this from like the ground up and like doing all this, and now you guys are just killing it. It's really awesome to see. I want to
yeah,
like cover
that's
like
why
some of
I.
that E3O stuff that you've been doing. The promo and like some of the marketing actions that you were able to get done on like a super limited budget at E3O was pretty amazing. Like props to that too.
Yeah, I'd
I
say
don't think
we were very creative, because actually we were surrounded by creative people. Yeah, so we just bring creative people to If Real, and if Vlad engaging with everyone, we will, you will. It's amazing because people in Latin are very receptive, and they want to engage and want to participate. So we even met Bob Burnquist at the event that was which was really cool. We did some thoughts immersion. Yes, and I had a speech on the main stage, which was awesome and good to promote. Our ShapeShift brand, touching a little bit about parties and keep key, so Ethereum View was fire.
yeah, you're somehow able to cover like the full spectrum of Shapeshift
Yeah,
products in
and by
that
the way,
speech. It was pretty cool.
we just received a proposal on BitConf, so I told them to send to your email as we.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'll cover that a little bit too. Future planning for LATAM, like you mentioned, we really want to dive deeper into the
Yes.
Mexican market a little bit. We've been focused on Brazil, which has been fruitful in like our efforts, and we've gotten like a lot of coverage, like LinkedIn. Like we've started all these different like mediums. Of posting like on all sorts of different places that we didn't have before, specifically for this language too. And then there's some things that we're doing in LATAM that I really want marketing to mirror as well, just because like the system of coverage that we have going there is pretty significant. From Hive to Odyssey to LinkedIn to hitting Twitter to hitting Instagram, having Bob Burnquist post on Instagram for us and like all that stuff. Like it's really amazing to see. And props to you again. I wanted to like mention that moving forward, the Smith and Vlad are really gonna be like integral in getting this like work stream wrapped up together with marketing. There's a lot of like training in place, like being planned in terms of like helping them mirror some of the efforts. Some of like, in my opinion, are pretty minimal efforts in any marketing plan. We should be hitting like all of these Web3 platforms. We should have like a lot more social coverage than we already do. Everyone on marketing should probably have like an extra Twitter account to shill Shapeshift. Like everybody could be doing like these little things that'll make a huge difference. So moving forward, DeSmith and Vlad are really going to be taking like not only a role in leading LATAM, but like a role in like being marketing managers and helping Ethan and H Payne do everything that they need to do to get their team where it needs to be. To then start like email marketing and like doing like get some Instagram stuff, some backlog that we have there from Gray Machine and all this other content that we have posted, and just like run a few campaigns and see what we can do. But yeah, that's really all I think I have to cover, Toasty. I know you're probably tied up. But yeah, I guess I'll kick Lo-Fi back up here, and if there's any questions, I'll answer those. If not, I'll give everybody time back. Sweet, gonna call it. All right, thank you everybody for your time. We'll see you at the next update, and you will see further updates on the forum. We're probably gonna hold an AMA about this update for the work streams. So we will have a more in-depth talk about it if necessary. I think it might